Hello and welcome. Today we're going to discuss the five money mistakes that parents make around children without even realizing it. I am so excited about today because these are five things I see most parents make unintentionally. And these mistakes are actually affecting how children grow up around money, how confident they are around money, and how sustainable it is for them to become financially independent. It is Thursday. I'm so excited. Tell me where you're tuning in from. Happy Thursday. How has your week been? I hope your week has been successful, intentional, and productive. So tell me in the chat where are you tuning in from. If you are watching live, say live. If you are catching the replay, say replay. I always come back to answer all of the questions in the chat. We are live on LinkedIn, on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. How incredible is this? Okay, so let's dive in. Welcome, everyone. Today, I want to talk about something that most parents never intentionally do. In fact, every parent I know wants their child to be successful, confident, and financially secure in the future. But despite having good intentions, many of us accidentally teach lessons about money that can create challenges later in life. And here's what I have discovered after coaching hundreds of adults around the world. Many financial struggles don't begin in adulthood. In fact, they begin in childhood, not because parents are bad, not because they are bad parents, but because most of us were never taught how to teach children about money in the first place. So today, I am sharing five money mistakes parents often make without realizing and what to do instead. My goal is not to create guilt. No, my goal is to help you become more intentional about preparing your child for the future you want them to have, a future of success, a future of happiness, independence, contribution, value creation. Okay, so let's dive in. Mistake number one is never talking about money. Many parents avoid discussing money altogether around their children. Sometimes it's because they don't want to stress them about it. Sometimes it's because money feels uncomfortable. Sometimes it's because they don't feel confident themselves about money. So tell me in the chat, do you intentionally teach your child right now about money? Do you intentionally talk about money in a very healthy way around your child? When children grow up without hearing healthy conversations around money, they often enter adulthood confused how money actually works. Children learn what we model to them. I'm sure you found this in other areas of your parenting that children do not necessarily follow what you tell them to do. They are more likely to do what you do. So they watch you. They're watching you intently. What you do around money, that's what they model around money. So if money is never discussed, it can become a mysterious topic. So in your experience, when something is mysterious to kids, what relationship do they have with it? Right? So if money is never discussed, it becomes a mysterious topic. Instead, I want you to have age appropriate conversations. Talk about saving, talk about spending, talk about giving, talk about investing, earning, making money grow. Make money a normal, healthy, and I want to say fun. You can make money fun, making it a fun topic, not a taboo topic. So here's a tip I want you to try today. This week, ask your child, what do you think money is for? What do you think money is for? You might be very surprised by their answer. And when you get the answer, if it's a very fun answer, send me a DM. I want to hear. What do you think money is for? Especially if your child is between the ages of, I want to say 5 and 8. The answer is going to be very interesting. Okay, so that's mistake number one. Mistake number two is giving everything without teaching value creation. Many children learn how you, I already said the model what you do around money, but many children learn how to ask for money. They're like, it's almost like it's something that comes naturally to them, asking for money. But very few learn how to create value. If every toy, every game, every treat or item appears without effort, children can unintentionally develop a consumer mindset, always consuming. But you and I know that the world rewards creators, problem solvers, value creators, entrepreneurs, leaders. So I want you to imagine two children. One learns, ask mom for everything. The other learns, what can I do to earn it? Which child do you think will develop stronger life skills? The one who always asks mom to give it to her, or the one who always thinks critically and says, how can I earn this money? Which child will develop stronger life skills? So instead of teaching children that money follows value creation, many parents unintentionally teach the opposite. So I want you to teach your child that money follows value creation. When we create value, money follows, right? Even if you're in a job or if you're an entrepreneur, you already know that when we create value, then we get paid, right? So ask your child, what problem can we solve? What service could you offer? How could you earn part of this for yourself if they were asking you for money? So here's a tip I want you to do. Help your child earn money this month through simple age appropriate projects. Okay. Mistake number three is only teaching saving. So I want you, please do not misunderstand me. Saving is very important, but saving alone does not build wealth. Many adults teach save money, or we were taught growing up, save your money, don't spend all of it, and that's it. But children also need to understand investing, ownership, value creation, business, compound growth. The goal isn't simply just to save, the goal is to learn how money grows. So think about it. A child who understands compound growth at the age of 10 has a huge advantage over someone who learns it at 35. When did you learn compound growth yourself? When did you learn that money can grow and multiply? Imagine if you taught your child at the age of 7, 8, 9, 10 about compound growth, about the value of delayed gratification. Imagine the impact it will have on your child when they become adults. So here's a tip for you. I want you to introduce simple investing concepts early. I'm not expecting you to teach stock analysis, right? I'm not expecting you to teach your 10-year-old how to analyze stocks in the stock market. That's not what I'm asking you. I just want you to teach the idea that money can work for you. Okay? Mistake number 4 is rescuing your child from every money mistake. This one can be very hard because we love our children. We want to protect them. But sometimes the greatest lessons come from small mistakes. If a child spends all of their birthday money immediately, that disappointment of spending all of it can be a valuable teacher. But if we constantly rescue them from the consequences, they never develop decision-making skills. The goal is not perfection, the goal is wisdom. So let's say it's your child's birthday and they get all of this money from people to celebrate their birthday. And then let's say they get, I don't know, let's say they get $5,000, for example. So they get all of these monies for their birthday is $5,000. And then they say, I want to go to Disneyland, right? And they go to Disneyland. You allow them go to Disneyland, or you take them to Disneyland and they spend all of that money. They spend all of that money immediately. That's a very good time to teach them a money lesson. So they come back from Disneyland and then they say, well, I want to buy a new laptop, right? So instead of buying a laptop for them, you can say, well, you had $5,000 and you spent all of it in Disneyland. What lesson can we learn? And then you can teach them if you delay gratification and maybe don't go to Disneyland and spend all of it. And let's say you spent only $500 of the 5,000 and you invested 4,005 over the months and years, you will earn interest on that money, and then you can spend the interest if you wanted to, right? So that could be a valuable time to teach a lesson. Now, don't go ahead and rescue them and say, oh, if you want a laptop, I'm going to just pay for it on my credit card. No, use that time to teach them a lesson to say delayed gratification and not spending your money all of the time can be better than the later. So allow small money mistakes when the stakes are very low, right? So obviously you're the parent, you know when the stakes are low. So for example, if they're gone to Disneyland and they spend all of their monies and there's a school project that they have to pay for, I'm not expecting you to say, oh, I'm not going to pay because you squandered all of your birthday money. Do you understand what I mean? So when the stakes are very low for them, allow the lesson to sit with them and let them learn. The lesson learned now can prevent larger mistakes in the future. Okay, mistake number 5 is waiting too long to start. One of the biggest myths is they are too young. No, they are not too young. Children are learning. They are learning about money whether you teach them or not, right? So isn't it better for you to be more intentional about what they learn? They are observing. They're observing how we spend, how we save, how we talk about money, the decisions we make around money, and very more importantly, our energy around money. So think about the energy you exude around money, around when your child is around. Like, do you think that energy is good energy or bad energy? Money habits begin to form earlier than most parents realize. You don't have to teach complex investing to a 7-year-old, but you can teach responsibility, goal setting, delayed gratification, value creation, confidence, and those lessons compound over time. The truth is this: most adults struggling financially today are not lazy. Many are, in fact, highly educated. Many are working very hard. Many have good careers. Many have good jobs. Many have good businesses. What most of the adults who struggle with money lack is often practical money skills, real world life skills. That's why I believe we need to start earlier, not just to create little financial experts, but to help children become confident, responsible, entrepreneurial, capable, future ready, because schools do a wonderful job teaching many things. They do a wonderful job teaching trigonometry. They do a wonderful job teaching biology, but there are still important life skills that often get left out. If today's conversation resonated with you, I want to invite you to take a look at the curriculum for my Wealth Builders Academy for Kids. It's a 6-week coaching program where children learn confidence, communication, entrepreneurship, leadership, critical thinking, and real world money skills in a fun and engaging environment. We offer group coaching programs, private one-on-one coaching, family learning experiences. You can view the full curriculum of the program using the link in bio. So just click the link in bio is the second link you see on my link tree. Or comment success below, and I will send the copy straight to your DM. I want you to take a look at the curriculum of everything your child is going to be learning: entrepreneurship, confidence, speaking, sharing their ideas, value creation, entrepreneurship. How do they think about gaps in the market? How do they create a value to plug those gaps, and how do they sell those value in order to earn an income? So take a look at the full curriculum. And if you have any questions, just send me a private DM. I will be happy to chat with you and help you determine whether this program is right for your family. Thank you again for joining me today. If you're watching the replay, just type replay and tell me where you're tuning in from. If you're joining live, tell me you're joining live. I want to make sure that these live sessions are actually adding value to you and you're getting practical tips you can implement to start helping your child learn how money works, to learn value creation, to learn confidence, to learn how to be able to communicate their ideas, to learn how to speak up. Those skills are the skills they need for the future, to learn how money works, to learn how to delay gratification, right? Not spend all of their monies at the same time. So those are the things I want you to get from these live sessions. So tell me if you're joining live or you're catching the replay. I want to know what time works best for most people. Thank you so much. And again, happy Thursday. I hope to catch you tomorrow, Friday, as we wrap up this week of our live sessions. Take care. Keep smiling. Keep sharing your gifts with the world. And I pray God blesses you, God keeps you, and may his face keep shining on you. Bye for now.